All righty. Well, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. My name is Mike Askey, and I have the pleasure of being the principal of Juanamaria Elementary. I am joined by our school psychologist, Erin Hoganson. Thank you, Erin, and as well, one of our amazing first grade teachers, Kathy Fierro. So what we are going to be doing and what I hope to accomplish with you this evening is just to be able to share a little bit about our school. And one of the disclaimers I shared with our last group was that when I was first going through some of the pictures that I'll be able to show you, I got a little bit sad because it doesn't necessarily represent the reality of what Juanamaria looks like right now. But the more that I got into it in preparing for the presentation, I definitely was filled with much more hope and optimism, knowing that we will get back there shortly. And so you'll see what I mean when you see the pictures of our smiling dolphin students. And so I'm going to share a little bit about what makes us Juanamaria, and we're going to go ahead and go from there. So we are Juanamaria Elementary right there on South Crocker. I don't know if you have had the pleasure of being over here, but we will welcome you back as soon as we're able to do so. It's not letting me. Hold on one sec. Of course this would happen. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and stop the share. And of course, this would happen as soon as I said that I was recording. So I'm going to go ahead and I got to start over, and that is okay because we are prepared for when those things happen. All right, we're going to try this again. All right, so one of the best ways that I can describe our site is that we are your neighborhood school. One of the brightest aspects of how we excel is that we offer a very classic neighborhood school experience, well-rounded education for our students. It was, if you were able to visit the general session, talked about, boundary schools, and a lot of our students, many of our students, the majority of our students are our boundary students, which means they live very close to our school. Not all of them, but quite a few. And so that's why I describe us as a neighborhood school. A little bit about what we do. We are typically serving students kindergarten through 5th, and we're usually around 460 to 480 students. We have the pleasure of having a Ventura Unified Special Education program at our site, serving students in TK through 5th grades. We offer intervention support for students that can benefit from a little extra support, and we have a counseling program that offers lessons and services, activities, and support as well. These are our guidelines for success, and that is that we have a positive attitude, we expect success, we accept responsibility, we respect ourselves and others, and we think before acting. And what we do with these guidelines for success is that we do our best to weave these into conversations that we have with students, and when issues arise, or in trying to teach and mold and share with our dolphins these guidelines for success. Here they are in Spanish. We also weave the guidelines for success into our Dolphins Have Heart pledge. So what I'd like to do is just kind of take you through a little bit of, just to give a snapshot of what it means to be a Juanamaria Dolphin. Here we have some of our awesome kindergarten students with a visit from family members that may be firefighters, and just the collaborative effort, students working together. Here's a 4th grade classroom. You're going to see quite a few of these pictures of Buena High School football readers that come to our school site to spend time with our students. And we love our BHS readers. Our students look forward to it. I think the football readers look forward to it as well. There's always an excitement in the fall when they're able to come and visit our students. Here we have some of our 2nd grade students. Again, we have our BHS football reader picture over here. This is a field trip to Camino Real Park, learning about monarch butterflies. As I mentioned to the previous group, we love our monarch butterflies here at school, with our numerous gardens to support their life cycle here. And so you'll often see students talking to each other about the butterflies, staff talking to each other about the butterflies, and students and staff talking about butterflies. Usually guilty usually to lead in the conversation because it's very exciting and it's neat to be able to just include students in that explorative questioning about what's going on. As an example, our first grade has developed a great relationship with the Ojai Raptor Center, and they have been coming every year to give a presentation and bringing some of their feathered friends to pique the interest of those inquisitive first grade minds. Here's an example of some second grade Lego government in action as part of our second grade curriculum, learning about our community and our government, the way things are set up. And so seeing students apply what they're learning and be able to have fun while doing it is always a great thing. Here's some second, third, and fourth grade students, you know, going the old-fashioned way with reading, but then also making sure that, you know, bringing in some more of the technological advances and with our smart boards and our short throw projectors, being able to bring our curriculum to life a little bit more. We do have, and I'll be showing pictures in a little bit, a wonderful reading garden. This was an area that was just kind of a grass area where the grass really didn't grow all that much, and we had a large amount of volunteers and community members, as well as members from our school district, contribute to a wonderful place where we have seating for 42 students to be able to read in the shade with native California plants. Absolutely beautiful. Here we have some more kindergarten students. Big buddies, little buddies is very important here at Juanamaria, and that is where our kindergartners are paired up with a fifth grader, and they work together and they encourage each other, and it's great to see that collaboration. It's also wonderful to see them do that from kindergarten to fifth grade, and then seeing those kindergartners who eventually do turn into fifth graders doing the same thing, and fostering that community that we find so important here at Juanamaria. Here's a great example, Cozy Cocoa Friday. I love this, where we share our interests, the news, and our excitement about the world. And so being able to just read and talk and be with each other. And again, you know, we're not able to fully do that at this current point in time, but I know and I'm hopeful that we will, and it will be as sweet as ever. Here's another example of field trip, this one to Arroyo Verde Park, and partnering with the Ventura Interpretive Outreach Program through the city of Ventura to learn more about the native peoples of our area. Here we have some first grade fun times, and so they head on over to the firehouse for the Spark of Love Fire Station visit. And then we have an example of a traditional Thanksgiving feast. And again, here's one of those awesome Buena football readers. Another aspect of what we do here, and this is just an example with our first graders, but we offer a sportathon, and that is one of our largest, it is our largest fundraiser of the year, as put on by our absolutely stellar PTA. And the whole idea is to get students moving, and it's a great way to raise money while doing that. It is absolutely a blast to watch them. Here we have our fifth graders who were able to visit the Reagan Library, an example of being able to take what they're learning about with American government and democracy, and then see that as evidenced at a presidential library. Here's an example of pictures of the reading garden, as I explained. Now, this is an older picture. Over here to the left, this is the back door of our library. So after they're done picking out their books, you know, students can find benches to read. This area has grown, but I wanted to share this picture because it kind of shares the layout and just, you know, how beautiful it is, even just to start. And now that it has matured and we have these plants and area for birds and animals and our students to relax in nature and enjoy reading. I don't know if the birds and the animals are reading as much as the students, but we encourage them to do so. I absolutely love our Juanamaria choir. This is a wonderful example of how our community completely comes together. So 2 years ago, our choir comprised of students in grades 2 through 5. We had upwards of 80 students that were involved in one way or another. We had over 21 family volunteers that put this together. Here we have pictures of the group from last school year. And I think one of the big highlights for me is that last year it moved to grades 3 through 5 because we didn't have enough room for that many students to be able to participate. But the group that participated in the choir quite literally represents the entire student population of Juanamaria, students from all aspects. And so we welcome that, and it's so great to see them working together collaboratively. I mean, you talk about project-based learning. I mean, putting together a play, a musical, no less, is nothing short of inspiring. And everything else. There's so much to share about our site. We have, as I mentioned, a very involved and supportive PTA. You know, a difficult part of where we are right now is the fact that we're not able to fully appreciate and involve our family and community volunteers. We generally have parents, we have grandparents, we have retired teachers, we have friends of, you know, we have people that come and they spend time with our students and support our teachers in that way. Our students learn how to do that in the K-Kids Kiwanis Service Club. As you can see, there are many field trips that our students do attend. There are many family-centered activities that we cannot wait to do again. Everything from family movie night to family dance to the boutiques that are put on in our cafeteria. Our teachers are nothing short of amazing. They are doing an absolutely phenomenal job during this time of currently distance learning. And whenever I have that opportunity to jump into our classrooms and see them in action, it is inspiring, and our students are learning. We have a very caring and nurturing staff out of the classroom as well, from noon duties to cafeteria to the office. And you know what it all comes down to is that the overall aspect, it is the dolphin community. It's all these aspects of Juanamaria that come together to make up what we find so special about our school. So I really thank you for spending some time with us this evening. Just like in our current times, there is an end of the rainbow that we will get to, and we will be able to spend time together and enjoy school as we know it. We're just not quite there yet, but we will get there. So with that said, I'm going to stop the screen share at this time. And if anybody has any questions of myself, of Ms. Hoganson as our school psychologist, of Mrs. Fierro as one of our teachers, you are more than welcome to unmute and ask your questions. Before we do that, I am going to be stopping our recording, but I do want to say thank you so much for joining us this evening prior to me doing that. So thank you.